This is an incredible story. It's a story that is well over 15 years in the making. From the very first idea through to today, as we look to ship our very first cargoes of Canadian LNG across the Pacific. I really do think that this is a story about a company with deep, deep Canadian roots. This is a Canadian story. Here in Canada, we live in a very, very large country, one of the largest on earth. We have geographies that range from mountains and valleys to rivers and coastal waters and everything in between. And so Canadians, from the very start, have had to get used to really taking on outsized challenges to build in this country.
Shell has a long legacy in Canada. We've been here since 1911, and we started quite humbly with $50,000 and 6 employees, and we're now currently at 3,200 employees working in Shell Canada. In Groundbirch, we have the Montney Formation, and the Montney is the second largest gas resource that we have in Canada, and it's huge. It's about the size of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia put together. What I think we do well is pure integration, and that starts in the subsurface, up to the surface, and then a great distance across BC, all the way to the harbor. Watching those little tugboats come in and do the dance with such precision and such grace, and we're ready. We're ready to see that integration in action.
You're talking about a 40-year lifespan plus, so that's prosperity for thousands of families. Tax revenue for the government, of course. It's mind-boggling to think of the amount of engineering and talent and hard work and long nights. When it's minus 40 and your furnace works, there's somebody out in the field making sure that gas is flowing. So yeah, big props to them.
You don't build a project like LNG Canada without really deep partnerships. We've done it with all levels of government, with industry, both inside and outside Canada, with international partners, and most importantly, with the local communities, and in particular, the First Nations.
We're a community of 373 people, maybe 74 now, I heard. Survived in this area, living off the land for millennia. It's home. We don't receive a huge amount of federal funding, so revenue that we can generate, such as revenue from Shell, we get to do what we want with that revenue. We built our own health center there. We can put programming in place for our elders, for our youth, for West Moberly. All of our neighboring communities that participated are going to be benefiting for years to come.
I'd love to showcase Groundbirch. I think we're pretty special here. I get to go out there and I get to support our families that work here in Groundbirch, and I get to see their kids grow. We're all so tight-knit, and it all takes all of us to get the gas in the pipe.
I often described LNG Canada as a hope, a vision of a brighter future for our people. This project is going to be a change in our future forever.
Everything from infrastructure, such as our beautiful youth center, our new health center building where key programming's delivered to our community, and seeing the employment opportunity.
Here in Canada, the resource sector has been a source of prosperity to Canadians for generations. And by way of LNG Canada, this segment of the resource sector will continue to provide prosperity to Canadians for generations to come.
A lot of people don't realize what it's take to get to this milestone and how many people were involved to make this happen, right? It's been a long journey, over a decade. There's a lot of ingenuity that's gone in here, innovation, technology. A lot of people put heart and soul into this project, and people are treated here with respect.
I think the key for Canadian natural gas is we have some of the highest standards in the world, safety standards. We respect our communities. We are proud to work in our communities. I don't know that people recognize the gravity of how big of a deal this is to get our gas to global markets.
For Canada, it's incredible having an opportunity to now take our gas out of continental North America, and seeing what it means to our JV partners where they really want to establish a link between Canada and their home bases, and it takes a village, but I think in this case it's almost like a city. There's just thousands of people, from the people who are constructing it in Kitimat, the folks who've worked to construct CGL, all the folks here in Calgary, Shell in London, Beijing, Tokyo, and all over the world. The implications of LNG Canada will long outpace ourselves. We're talking about a generational project. Many people over many years have worked on something that will bear fruit for generations.
It's a big project, involves a lot of people, and we're at the finish line. This is only going to happen once, and remember it. It's something special.
To have that first cargo going out the door, it's just bringing all of that hard work to this monumental milestone.
I don't think excitement does it justice. It's about arriving. This is setting it up for the next generations because of LNG Canada.